I would now like to invite the chairman of the March of the Living, Dr. Shmuel Rosenman, who has been leading the march since its inception. Shmuel, bevakasha.
Your Excellencies, President of Israel and President of Poland, dear distinguished guests, and most of all, dear marchers. 30 years ago, on this exact same date in the Hebrew calendar, we held the very first March of the Living from this very spot, with less than 1,500 participants, mainly young Jewish students from only a small number of countries. Since then, the March of the Living has grown, included over 250,000 participants from all ages, backgrounds, and faiths, marching in unity, hand in hand with our Holocaust survivors, pledging never again and committing to build a better world for all people. So, 30 years since the first march began, what is my message to you, young people, young generation, who were not even born when the first march began in 1988? Let me quote to you another young person who was also in Auschwitz, but under far different circumstances. When she was younger than virtually anyone here today, Anna Frank wrote in her famous diary, and I'm quoting, "Despite everything, I believe that people are really good at heart. But is this actually true? After the Holocaust, there were many more horrific atrocities. Right now, in Syria, close of 500,000 people have been murdered in other places of the world. If people are really good at heart, how could this still be happening?" My dear young people, this is the answer, because being good at heart is not good enough. Feeling bad over a tragic plight of another is not enough. We must take action. We must stand up and oppose evil, racism, and discrimination. I have seen your sadness on this trip, and I have seen the many tears of you have shed. But tears are just not enough. Now is the time to make those tears meaningful by turning these tears into action and planting the seeds that will lead to a just future for all members of the human family. So my urgent plea to all of you here today, thousands strong from all around the world, Jews and people of goodwill from many cultures and religions, but especially to you young people, I ask that each one of you make a sincere pledge that you will help to create a better world for all humanity, so that no nation, no people should ever have an Auschwitz, a Majdanek, or a Treblinka built for their destruction. Let us join hands in our brave survivors who have traveled to this place from long parts from all over the world and pledge to them this: we will always remember your stories, your pain, and your suffering, and will pass on the lesson you have so eloquently taught us to the next generation. Eli Wiesel, Zichrono Livracha, who joined us in the march for many times, often said, when you are listened to witness, you become a witness. The torch of memory has now been passed on to you, the next generation of witnesses. It is now up to you to carry this sacred torch of memory for the rest of your life. Thank you very much.